Welcome to BarstoolBuddhas.
I'm Rip.
And I'm Jai. So,
welcome.
Yeah, nice to have you back. This is the third one. We're going to quit counting them. We're just amazed that we haven't been banned yet. So, but we like to remember, you guys do YouTube, so hit the like button if you like it, subscribe, hit the notification. And more importantly, now we're just starting up. Hit the share button if you like it. It's hard to get started out here without word of mouth. So if you can do that, and of course, if you've got any input, put it in the comment sections below. We're always fielding ideas. We want to make it a good experience. You want to hear something, we'll talk about it. No problem.
We love learning.
Yeah. When you have limited stuff, you don't worry about a little augmentation here and there. Reminds me of a girlfriend I knew once. Anyway, so we're going to talk about some things today, and
we're interested in things that affect us, that affect you. Some things we like to poke some fun at. Everybody's talking about politics and Hollywood stars and athletes and all, but we try to make fun of everyone. We're equal opportunity offenders.
If we're not offending somebody,
we're not doing our job.
Oh, absolutely.
But we also want to leave you with some insight, some wisdom. A couple of old guys here don't know everything, but we've fallen through some things in our life that we've come up and got the scars and the stories to tell. And those are some of the things we enjoy sharing with people, because some of them have been pretty unreal.
Yeah,
like crashing planes and tops of trees and
that's nice.
Other things.
Speaking of that, we've got a segment we're going to start doing, maybe not every week, but it's called Mental Morons on the Move.
No offense to mental illness.
No,
it's got morons all around us.
It's got nothing to do with that. Actually, I don't think moron's a clinical term anymore.
Yeah, it's been removed.
It's more of a how are you actually doing in life out here acting stupid move, right?
Yeah.
So that's the context. So anyway, our mental morons on the move this week, United Airlines.
Yes.
They have announced, at least allegedly, I heard part of it, that they're going to allot 50% of all the pilot seats on their planes to females and people of color. So I don't have a problem with that designation, except I don't care anything about the person sitting in that chair.
Ultra qualification.
Except that they can really fly the plane. There's two areas that I really get excited about.
What's that?
Is surgery and flying. I want the guy with the instruments really on track.
Mm-hmm.
I want him to know. So
absolutely.
If you got 1,600 people of color, they're all female, and they walk sideways, I don't care. If they're the best pilots, there's who should be in the chair. But it's pretty damn scary just to come out and say, well, we're going to do this.
Affirmative action for a highly qualified, skilled position.
I didn't affirm that. I'm not. Anyway, so and we're not going to let United off of a hook this week too easily, because they threw another baby off a plane. A 2-year-old or something trying to eat. And of course, I'm sure they're going to have their side of it. It was the rules, this, that, and the other. But good Lord, stop harassing people. They're almost all bankrupt.
Yeah.
They're being floated by government handouts. And you've got people who actually want to come fly and give you business. And the whole time you're on the plane, if you take the mask off, you will be banned for life, blah, blah. I'm so tired of hearing that.
Delta shot themselves in the foot.
When?
Over the Major League Baseball all-star move.
Yeah, but that was just a stupid political move.
Everything's a knee-jerk move.
Well, they're messing with people, families, pregnant women with children are getting thrown off airplanes. That's ridiculous. Stop doing that. Shame on you. So that's all I got to say about that. But that's a real big problem. We should all try to be nicer to each other. Not that I'm any kind of pillar on that, but I try.
It's something we all should strive for.
I'm not going to throw a pregnant woman off the plane. It's not like a bus. You just don't pull it over to the side, throw them at the stop sign, and let them hitch home. So that's all I got to say about that. So that's just, they've had a history of throwing people off the planes. And why they make it so public, I don't know, because I fly on other airlines as well. I've never seen anybody got thrown off a plane. Of course, I got to fly this week. They may throw me off the plane for this. But what the hell? So
we know you. We've seen your face somewhere, stranger.
So now I want to talk about nouns versus pronouns versus adjectives.
This is interesting, folks.
Yeah.
Listen to this. Listen to this right here.
So there was a lady this week, Sarah Paulson, I think her name is, and she's an actress, been around for a while, pretty good actress, and she's a champion for LBGT rights. And this week, somebody tweeted her and said, "We've noticed that your pronouns aren't listed on Twitter." And she said, "I've noticed you should mind your business," or something to that effect. Not a direct quote. And boy, they are trying to cancel her big time. Now, this is
on their own.
And this is a lady that went after J.K. Rowling for all that other stuff. So she's a real advocate, and she's really into it. And they're going to cut her off at the knees.
They're all feeding on themselves.
And so my point here is not all that. That's not really my fight. They tell you it's all our fights. But the point is that they put so much stock into pronouns. Yeah. Pronouns are just placekeepers. I have a name. You have a name. Let's try calling each other by our names. That would be so simple. You know, that's not a problem. And for God's sake, stop referring to singular people as they. That's a plural. Yes. It's a plural. They are they schizophrenic? You know, is it civil? They got 7 person. They are here. You know.
Well, they said that about Joe Walsh when he joined the Eagles. Yeah. They said he was an interesting bunch of guys.
Oh, yeah. So, you know, and we're not picking on people, really. It's just like, come on, let's have some common sense, because the lack of it's causing a lot of pain out here.
Lack of common sense.
And it's confusing me. I can't figure out all this stuff. So we came up, we prefer nouns, number one, right? Yes. But adjectives have so much more potential.
Oh, gosh.
They're so descriptive.
Well, people are exactly like, what they are.
Yeah. It's like mental morons on the move. You don't have any doubt about what we're trying to say. No. Well, you might not like what we're saying, but the point is, it's like there's way better ways to talk to each other than worry about, have you listed your pronouns?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
No, and I'm not gonna. I don't want any pronouns. I'll give you my pronouns. Is there a place where we can donate pronouns so people don't have them? You know, like, is there goodwill for pronouns?
That'd be interesting.
Yeah. So anyhow,
of course, the scary part that's going to lead into is I was reading yesterday where there's talk in Washington among people that start getting policy written that they're talking about adding. You know, you've always had were you a veteran on your tax return?
Yeah.
But they don't ask your ethnicity. They're thinking about making that a category. That's a step way into reparations and everything else, but then if you're going to put in your race, you're going to put in how you identify, identity.
Well, I'm glad you brought that up, because there was a thing came out yesterday. It's not on our list here, but that always happens. Our wonderful Vice President Kamala Harris made some statements about veterans, and I don't have it to read, so I don't want to misrepresent it. But the message that I got was basically she was saying things like, veterans are the same as all of us. They don't deserve any more. And she would like to take the money that's used to supporting these veterans and give it to immigrants.
Yeah.
So take it away from veterans.
We're both veterans. Both veterans here.
You take away the money from veterans. Now, I don't need that money. I got my own insurance. I'm not a combat veteran, all those kind of things. But the people that are, they deserve what they're being given.
1%.
And for somebody in her position to come out and say, we'd rather give that money to immigrants.
1% of our population ever serves at any time in the military. 1%.
That's it. So, you know, shame on you, Kamala Harris. You know what?
Well, she's a Marxist.
You never know tomorrow if China gets tired of messing with us and launches a couple. We're going to have some people that are going to go in, and then they will be veterans.
Yes.
And so, you know, if that's the best you can do, Vice President Harris, you should leave that subject alone. That's just really
the cackler vice
man,
presidency.
I'll tell you what. So she is the vice president, and like I said, no matter who's the president, they're still the president, and I honor the office. So I'm not going to say so much bad about her because she's the vice president. I will say something about her because she appears to be another mental moron on the move. Yeah. Don't say that about people. Where did the unity go? Oh, well. So anyway, as a matter of fact, we got a subject on unity today. PC training in the workplace.
Have you been through it?
I have been through it, and I want to be very careful. My company had a very even, balanced program. I didn't have a problem with it. Most of it I already knew, and most of it's been in the workplace for a long time.
Right.
And so,
but now they got to accentuate. It had additional description.
Yeah, there's something they put in there that kind of was like just floated on by, and I've talked to a couple other people about their programs, and it seems to be in it. And this is the thing. A scenario, and this isn't right out of the training, but it's just a scenario I wants to make the point with. There's 3 people standing near the water cooler on a Monday morning, and they're all cackling and carrying on. You're in the next little cubby making some coffee, not really paying a lot of attention, but they're having a good time, and you're smiling, they're smiling, they walk off. 2 days later, the HR representative calls you, and they come by your desk. Well, we're investigating an inappropriate event that happened 2 days ago at the water cooler. People are offended, and we heard that you were there.
I was in a cubicle just adjacent to where they were.
So you have a problem. You're going to have to explain yourself because you didn't turn in this offensive behavior.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, okay, so we got the hand grenade effect now.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody offends somebody in the same room and everybody's
Blow
to
them all
blame.
up.
Yeah, they blow everybody up.
Yeah.
So, I'm not saying that my company had that specifically that way, but the inference is that if you hear it, you must report it.
Exactly,
or
yeah.
you're going to be responsible as the person who did the
Jackson
offending.
said it, yes.
So you know what? Rest in peace, due process. It's just, what a mess. And I understand what they're trying to do. They're trying to just diffuse some of this stuff in the workplace to prevent it from happening. And I get that, and I'm for that. But don't blame me for something I didn't do. And if you do, you better have proof, and you better show me, you better tell me who's accusing me, because I'm not going to pay you any attention if you don't. If you're not that honest, I'm walking away from your little thing. So we should all, sometime today, take a moment of silence in honor of the passing of the opinion. Does everybody remember what an opinion was? This is what I think. This is what you think. You don't like it, you go away. I tell you to mind your own business. You tell me the same. And we all go to the Walmart and buy something.
So everyone that gets offended by anything that's said on the internet is like somebody that steps into a pile of dog crap that had the option to walk around it.
Oh, absolutely. And it's your dog, your problem. You fed it at the wrong time of day. It just keeps going and going. So it's like, instead of unity, division seems to be at the root of everything today.
It is.
Everybody's just squeaking and squawking at everybody.
The cancel culture, anything it's said, they jump on everything. Like you said about Sarah Paulson, it's just anything that just a nth of a percent of somebody disagrees with something, they're going to try to shut that entire organization or that person down.
It's an opinion, people. Anyway, so that's kind of like we're getting heavy again. I want to get away from heavy. So we thought
we want to bring some enlightenment, some encouragement.
What we thought we would do is we would maybe recommend some entertainment things, keep people happy, keep people informed.
So what's the movie of the week you recommend?
The movie of the week is an older movie, but it's called Idiocracy. Luke Wilson. I think it's Luke Wilson. The premise is that the guy gets put in a hibernation chamber. Things happen. 300 years ago goes by, and they dig him up.
Oh, and it's Joe Biden.
Yeah. So, and what he finds is that society's just really degenerated. It's just it's your worst idea.
Is it where we are now?
The failure of pop culture. Yeah, right now. So, but what happens is he's the most intelligent person on the planet. And it's the whole story of what happens in that. And it's like, it was a prophecy. You should read this, look at it, and because it's just, it's really eye-opening that somebody did this comedy, and then, we didn't follow Einstein's rules. We followed this guy's rules. We're all dumbing down. So anyway, it's a good movie. Send comments if you like it, don't like it, whatever. So, well, last week we ran a long time, so we decided we weren't going to run that long this week. So we're going to close. Like I said, just remember to like and share and all that good stuff. And please send us comments, suggestions, whatever is going on. But I want to quote somebody, the Barstool Buddha philosophy, and one of the most popular Buddhists on the planet is the Dalai Lama. We should say His Holiness the Dalai Lama, but we're in the South, so we don't really have His Holinesses down here that much. But he has a saying that I really like, and I think if we all took it to heart, everybody we meet is going through something we don't know anything about, and it's probably good chance it's worse than what we're going through. And so have compassion, because as the Dalai Lama says, all beings want happy life. Want a happy life. That's his phrase, and I love that. And so try to get through smiling. Try to make sure you can do a little of that. Life is a test every day. So
Remember the campsite rule. Leave every place you go better than you found it.
Exactly. And if you want to
Improves
make
your life.
if you want to make a true impact on society, like a lot of young people now when they interview for a job, it's almost a cliche now. I want to make an impact. You make an impact positively or negatively. Choose the positive one, and good things will happen eventually.
Get involved in something you're not involved in right now. Not a political party or anything like that. Teach a kid how to swim. Go help the elderly at the nursing home. Do something in your life that's different than you've done before, and you will find happiness out of that.
Oh, absolutely. So we're going to go this week, and we'll be back next week. And so,
Barstool Buddhas.
be nice to everybody.
Out.
See you later.